Well, after a long hiatus of party time talks, we're back. I don't know why we took such a long break, but we did. So
We've been busy, bro.
we have been busy, bros
And I
and
don't want to do these at 10 o'clock
broettes.
at night.
Um,
So,
so we've got Denzel here. Denzel is a former student of mine from way back when at Mid American Nazarene.
Pioneers.
Yep. Who's now in physical therapy school and has come back to hang out and try to pick my brain and Aaron's brain a little bit on some things. So, what is it you want to know?
What's behind what you do? What's your philosophy into treating patients?
Make them better.
Make them better.
Yes, that's the philosophy. Um, no, I mean, I think it's obviously you're getting a very academic based viewpoint with things right now. And that goes for physical therapy school, athletic training school, occupational therapy, chiropractic, everything. When you're in the academic programs, everything tends to look like a pretty set process. And part of the reason that this looks so different here is because that is the expectation. The difference between insurance-based care and cash-based care are different because the results have to be different. And at the end of the day, people will get paid whether they get better or not, or even just kind of better with the insurance model.
Yep.
If we don't get people better, we're out of business. It's very simple. So the level and quality has to be different. The approach has to be different. And the difference is we look at the whole person. That takes into account all the way from birth sometimes till current. How does that play into what's going on? For example, I have a couple of patients who now in their mid-late teens, I found bony rotation abnormalities on them that came from birth fractures that haven't been caught until now. And that has affected their biomechanics and caused them all sorts of issues. Why are we the first ones to catch it? I don't know. But we are. And I think that a lot of that is the approach of look at the whole person, the whole history. Everything counts until proven otherwise. Another big one that we see a lot is the relationship with arm pain and braces that people don't ever put two and two together on, and how much clenching the jaw pulls all the neck muscles tension and pulls that head forward and shoulders forward, and that changes the arm path when throwing. And so we see a high correlation between kids who have had braces or have braces and arm pain. And so the approach is different because it has to be different. And I wouldn't say we think outside the box. We just have a different size or shape or material box.
So you just look where other people haven't looked, basically.
Correct.
Because I've never heard of that, like somebody's braces, like making a difference, like something like not even in that region, or like like makes a difference into that throwing or like arm pain,
Mm-hmm.
which is it's pretty crazy how little things could affect the body as a whole.
Absolutely. Well, a lot of times, as a response to pain, every time you get those braces tightened, did you have braces growing up?
I have Invisalign right now.
You have Invisalign right now.
Yeah.
So every time you change that tray, your teeth get sore,
Yeah.
right? And so what's a natural response to that soreness? You bite down, right?
Yeah.
So when you bite down, you get that tension in the masseters. When you get that tension in the masseters, that tensions up everything in the neck, the scalenes. That pulls the shoulders forward. When that pulls shoulders forward, change the arm slot. Overpressure, overstress on the anterior shoulder and the elbow.
Wow, it's
All is a response to biting for pain. Because we know that the mechanoreceptors for pain modulation are sensitive to pressure.
right. Damn, some am I gonna have?
Are you a throwing athlete?
I'm a typing athlete.
You're a typing athlete. Yeah, you got lots of notes and charts to do. So maybe not. Who knows?
We'll
So it's it's a. I would say the philosophy is different because it has to be different, and we try to look at all the things that other people don't look at because that's what people expect. And a lot of times, by the time people get here, they are quite fed up with getting the runaround with the system.
Yeah.
And it gets frustrating for them. It gets frustrating for us to hear the same story over and over and over and over again. And yeah, it's unfortunate.
Do you think the system will ever change?
Boy, I hope so, but no,
It's not looking like it.
not anytime soon. As long as insurance companies and big pharma own and run the system,
It's gonna be the same
it's
forever.
going to be the same. Or until more people start telling the system what to do, where to go, and what to do with it when they get there, and switch over to not using the insurance-based system, then it's not going anywhere. And they're just going to continue to dictate what you can and can't do and all the things.
Yeah, I mean that's tough because I see it every day in my rotations. Like once a week, going in there and seeing people just having their, you gotta come here twice a week, for X amount of weeks or months or years. People have been going to the same PT for like 2 years and they're still dealing with the same stuff, or like they don't get better, or they just stay the same. And I'm like, dude, like there has to be like, like how could you be like satisfied with that? Like like.
Yep. I had a new eval last week. The lady has literally been in and out of PT, orthos, chiropractors, podiatrists, everything else for 20 years. And pain has just continued to progressively get worse.
20
And
years. Sheesh.
she felt the first relief she had in a while from that first visit. So seeing her back this week, so we'll see. But
When when did you notice that there was a issue in the system? Like, oh, I could do something different. I could be better. Where in your career did you see that path for yourself?
when my own healthcare was screwed up, trying to recover from an injury back in high school, and I saw how bad the care I got was, which at the time I thought it was really good. And then I got into school. Unfortunately, I went to an undergraduate athletic training program that taught me to think different and forced us to evaluate things differently. And I quickly realized that the care I thought was really good was actually wildly archaic and ended up doing more harm than good. And I swore at that point that I would do everything in my power not to ever let that happen to anybody else again.
And here we are.
This stems from my own journey of not getting good quality care and getting the runaround for months and months and months and months and months of PT 2 to 3 times a week. Come on in and lift the same 2 to 4 pound weights over and over and over again, 3 sets of 10, and here we go. Oh, you're doing great. Is that too? Is it? Oh no, is that too much for you? Oh, okay. Here's your hot pack. Here's your stem. Here's your ice. Here's your. Great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I got really angry with what I experienced once I figured out how bad it was. So.
And then how did you, taking all that in, how did you know how to do things the right way after seeing all of that? You know what I'm saying? Like, because you do everything completely different from what I've seen in the clinic. You know, like, for example, if like something is like too painful for somebody to go through it, like, you know, here you push through it because it's gonna make them better, but like outside of here, people just shy away from doing things like that, and it's not really helping.
I think we manage and know what the threshold is of what we can and can't push through. And we have a unique opportunity to explain what kind of good pain and bad pain are, and the process of getting through that. And so really doing a better job of coaching people through the process is a unique thing that we're able to do in this setting, because the appointments are much longer than normal, and it's not one clinician juggling 4 or 8 people most of the time. Yeah. I mean, we do have some group appointments, but most of our true rehab appointments are one-on-one, and it is it gives us the opportunity to break it down and explain what's going on the way we need to.
Yes, sir. That sounds a whole lot better, because as a future clinician, I can't think of like having to like doing this right now and then having to like get other like 3 or 4 patients that I'm seeing at the same time, you know, like not giving quality care to each and one of them. Like, I want to be like one-on-one, having all my focus on you, you know, and getting you better, instead of like 20% here, 20% over there. That's doesn't fit right.
And then spend 400% of your time on notes at the end,
Yeah.
just trying to appease the insurance company. It's a broken system. Does that sum up the philosophy in a nutshell for you?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Sweet. Hopefully it sums up the process for you guys a little bit better too. Thanks for asking the question, Denzi.
Thank you for answering my questions.
Glad you stopped by, man.